Since Michael Brown's death, ticketing has gone down. Because it now, the government, it invites the stigmatization of being racist. And so the government just doesn't want a part of it anymore.
And do you know whether the residents of Ferguson feel that that's a net good?
Oh, I'm sure they probably do feel that it's a good. On the other hand, there's been this sort of Ferguson effect, where the policemen have pulled back. Generally, the police department shrunk by half. So there's just simply fewer policemen around. Again, because the fear of the stigmatization of being not only a cop but a cop in Ferguson, it's sort of you take a career risk doing that. So crime is up, accidents are up, speeding is way up. Everybody speeds now. Comes to Ferguson to speed through, and while police watch it happen, they simply are that afraid or intimidated by this fear of being stigmatized as racists. And so the quality of life has declined because crime goes up and the policemen are holding back.
Yeah, I think a lot of people want to live in a world or want to pretend that we're living in a world where there's no trade-off between police presence and crime. And it seems so naive to me to feel that there's no relationship between those two things, that the police can just back off and nothing will change. And the truth is, I think the media pays more attention to police abuses than to the aftermath of these scenarios when crime can go up and, the rioters and the cameras have left, and it's just the residents of these locations that have to deal with the long-term consequences. So, for example, in Minneapolis, I've been seeing a few articles in the past 2 months saying that in the aftermath of George Floyd's death in police custody and the police backing off as a result, that a lot of residents are now asking for a greater police presence. And obviously those stories don't make it to, in general, don't make headlines as much as the initial stories of police abuse do. So people get the false impression that this is just an easy good versus evil question. All we have to do is get rid of the cops, and there's no hard adult trade-offs to even think about. And that's one of the pernicious long-term consequences of the way these incidents are talked about in the media.
Yeah, though that's a negligible, policing is of only a negligible importance, and we can again show our innocence of racism by cutting back on the policemen, making hardworking citizens vulnerable to crime at a much higher level. So this is where you see ideas associated with liberalism, this progressive view of the world, next to reality, begin to fall to pieces. Wherever you lower the presence of police, then crime goes up. There may be some exceptions to that, but I'm not aware of them. I've never heard of them.